Hi, good morning. My name is Jennifer Dwyer. I'm happy to be here. I'm a tribe yoga teacher, and today's class will focus on linking the breath with movement, and we'll begin with a few minutes of sitting. So I invite you to find a space that's comfortable for you to find a comfortable seat, and I'll be sitting up on a yoga block just to help allow my hips to be above my knees. So welcome. Glad to be here, and just setting up video, making sure we're all set. Good. I'm in Cold Spring, New York in the Hudson Valley, and the weather is starting to warm up. So one of the benefits of focusing on the breath and slowing our breathing down is it can improve digestion, regulate the nervous system so that the heart rate, blood pressure can lower just with these simple tools. I love practical, simple tools that we can use in our everyday life. So I invite you to come to a seated position. You could be sitting on a chair, or as I'm on a soft yoga block. Just settling in here, sensing where your body meets the support underneath you. Sit bones evenly settling on the ground. So shoulders are above the hips, chin neutral, just gently tucked in so the neck is neutral. Soften your eyes and your jaw. Just inviting yourself into the space around you. So as we sense the earth and the ground supporting underneath us, we'll also begin to bring awareness to the space around you, maybe the temperature of the air on your skin. And then begin to notice your breath as it's traveling in, just softly breathing in through your nose. And then just slowly exhale. You can be breathing out through your mouth now or your nose, just settling in. Just bring awareness to this moment, to your breathing. The shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades gently draw down your back. We'll begin a practice called the 4-part breath, or as my meditation teacher, David G., calls 16 seconds, or tactical breathing. This can be done throughout your day, so if later you can set a reminder on your phone. What the 4-part breath is we inhale for a count of 4, hold to a count of 4, and exhale 4 seconds, and then pause and hold for 4 seconds. This will help regulate your nervous system, bring you back to the present moment. It's a really nice practical meditation breathing practice. So first we'll just begin with a long, deep breath in, filling up. And then exhale, let that go, release. One more long, slow, deep breath in. And then exhale, release. So 16-second breath. We'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, and then pause, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale through your nose, 2, 3, 4, and then hold. Watch it, 3, 4. Again, inhale to a count of 4, and then pause, hold it, watch, witness, and exhale to a count of 4, and then hold that breath out, notice and watch. Again, we'll inhale for a count of 4. That top hold and pause. Notice, witness. And then exhale to a count of 4. And then hold that breath out. Notice and watch. And then full breath in. Maybe the shoulders come up, and then full breath out. Just return to natural breathing, not manipulating or changing anything. Just noticing your breath as your breath comes in. Maybe there's a rising. And then full breath out. Just noticing the breath as it leaves. Noticing there's a rising and a falling as you breathe in and out. Softening. Now we'll add movement. So for the next about 15-20 minutes, we'll move through a slow flow. So if you have a yoga mat or a space to move, we'll just bring awareness to how our breath links with our movement. So inhale, we'll raise our arms around and up, palms touch overhead. And then exhale over to your right, left sit bone down as the left arm reaches up. And then inhale back through center, and then exhale over to your left. Notice the ribs spread as you inhale, and then exhale back to center. Inhale other side, right arm reaches up. Left arm, and then back towards center. One more time. Left fingertips on the ground, right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale back through center. Inhale, left arm up. And then the palm will rotate so that the palm is parallel to the ground. And then slowly walk your fingers around. Just checking my camera. The lighting seems very dim. Okay. So we'll walk our hands around towards your left. And then right arm reaches up. And then rotate so the palm is parallel to the ground, and crawl slowly your fingers around and over to your right. As the left arm reaches up. One more time each direction. Rotate for the palm facing the ground, and slowly walk around over to your left. Right arm reaches up overhead, and then rotate palm down towards the ground and walk all the way around to your right side. Left arm reaches up and over your ear. Arm reaches away back towards your left ear. And then we'll come to an open twist, so the left fingertips in front of you, shoulders away from your ears, so right fingers down behind you, left fingertips on the ground, neutral neck, so maybe you're just softly gazing towards your right hip, and just take a few breaths here. Lengthen your spine, so tailbone down, lower ribs in. Soften your breathing. Gently lengthen the back of your neck. And if you'd like to add on, you can bring that left hand to your right thigh and maybe just gently shake your head no. Turn your head over towards your left shoulder or to your right. You can remain here in the open twist or add on. Then we'll just spend another breath here, maybe looking down towards your right hip or over your back shoulder. Noticing your breath. Good. And then we'll slip that right hand underneath the left, so a little cat spine here, rounding your back. And then on your inhale, lifting up, and then open twist over towards your left side. So right fingertips in front of you, left behind your hip. And gently lengthen the back of your neck, soft jaw, so maybe even open your mouth, unhinge your jaw. Just gentle twist over to your left, so looking maybe down by your left hip, shoulders down away from your ears, softly breathing through your nose. And then you can add on, if you wish, by bringing the right hand to the outside of your left thigh and gently shaking the head no and yes, just lengthening the back of your neck, maybe gazing over your back shoulder. We'll stay here for another breath. Softly breathing in, noticing rising as you inhale, soft belly, and then we'll slowly release. I feel like my camera is very dim, so I'm just looking to see what's happening here. Sorry if the light is very dim. I think I'm going to move a little bit closer here. We'll come to a cat-cow. So tabletop position, knees underneath your hips, fingers spread with the wrists under your shoulders, flat back here. On the inhale, tuck your toes, belly drops, chest lifts. This is cow. And then on the exhale, point your toes, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. And inhale, toes tuck, belly drops and chest reaches forward, softly gazing ahead. Noticing your breath with your movement. Exhale, round your spine, tailbone comes down, point your toes. Maybe you even add a little movement here, stretching back. Inhale, tuck your toes, heart reaches forward, arching your back, and then exhale, round your spine, and we'll come all the way back for a child pose. So hips sit back towards your heels, arms reach forward, wrists lift, so on your fingertips. Maybe your forehead touches the ground or not. And we'll hold here, noticing the ribs spread and rising on your inhale. And softening back to center on your exhale. And let's inhale. Walk your hands over to your right, off of your mat. Left arm reaches, maybe the right arm is bent with your forehead resting. Side stretch here. So feeling the energy from your left hip bone all the way through your left fingertips. And then inhale back through center, walking your hands over to the left. So right arm reaches long, maybe resting your forehead on your left forearm. Sit bones reaching back. So feeling a stretch from your right hip all the way up through your right fingertips. Inhale back through center. And then exhale back through tabletop. And then we'll slowly lift up so the knees lift up off the ground, engaging the core. Taking a few breaths here before we lift for downward dog. So pressing through the balls of your feet and the weight under your thumb and index finger, wrists light. And then inhale. And then exhale, slowly lift your hips up and back. Knees can be bent for downward facing dog. Maybe walking the feet back a little to add length. So arms reach forward as the hips lift up and back. We'll hold here for a few breaths. Soften your neck. Maybe shaking the head gently. No and yes. Knees can be bent. Gazing back towards your heels, towards your feet. Soft, steady gaze. Noticing your breath here. So hips lift up and back, maybe pedaling your feet, making whatever movements feel good. Maybe moving your hips a little bit side to side. And then we'll slowly walk towards the front of your mat, towards your hands. So inhale, filling up slowly, and then exhale, gently walk forward towards your hands for a gentle forward fold. Feet are about hip width apart. Gently draping over your legs. Knees again can be soft or bent. Rounding your spine, noticing maybe the breath traveling in your back body, your back and side ribs. Maybe hold opposite elbows and gently sway side to side. Pressing down through all four corners of your feet, so feet evenly rooted into the ground. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. And we'll slowly rise to stand. Maybe your hands are on your hips, or just gently lifting all the way up with the head the last to come up. Standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. Shoulders lift up and back and down. Gently breathing in through your nose. So feet rooted evenly through the ground. Palms together at your heart. We'll add some sun breaths, so we'll add just a short flow here, linking breath with movement. Inhale, arms reach around and up, palms touch, gazing up at the sky. And then exhale, arms reach around and down and back to heart center. Again, inhale, we'll add on as we're moving here. Inhale, knees bent as we reach the arms around and up, palms up towards the sky. And then exhale, gently dive forward with a flat back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips either to your shins, to your hips. Exhale, forward fold, palms to the ground. On your inhale, we'll reach around, diving up. And then exhale, palms together at heart center. We'll add on a little more flow with breath, linking with movement here. Inhale, reach your arms around and up, palms lift up, pointing to the sky, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, dive forward, flat back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and then exhale, palms to the ground. Step your right leg and then left leg back for downward facing dog. On your inhale, we'll slowly roll forward to plank, high push-up position, shoulders over wrists. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. And full exhale out. And then gaze forward. And we'll slowly step or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Palms lift overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. Full breath in. Full exhale, release. Inhale, reach your arms around and up, palms touch overhead. And then exhale, dive forward, flat back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the ground, step your left leg back, and then right joins it for downward facing dog. On your inhale, slowly roll forward to high push-up plank position, heels back towards the back of your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath here. Ribs expanding. Exhale, release. Inhale. Gazing towards your hands, and then exhale to slowly step forward to forward fold. Inhale. Root your feet down as you reach your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Full inhale here. Noticing your breath. And exhale, softly release. Then we'll add an open arm twist. So on your inhale, reach your arms around and up. And then exhale, left arm reaches forward as right arm reaches back. And then inhale, so feet are rooted down, arms lift. And then exhale, other side, right arm reaches forward. Left reaches back, so there's an extension from your collarbones. Inhale, back up towards center. We'll do this a few times. Exhale, left arm reaches forward, right arm back. Inhale. Hands together above you. Exhale, right arm reaches forward, left back. Inhale, back towards center. Lower ribs tuck in. Exhale, arms reach away from each other. Inhale, reach up to the center. And then exhale, right arm forward, left back. The hips are neutral, facing forward. Maybe there's a little space between your feet. Inhale, reaching the arms up towards center. Exhale, left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Inhale, palms together above you, reaching towards the sky. Exhale, right arm reaches forward as the left reaches back. And then inhale, back towards center, and exhale, palms together at your heart. And we'll wrap gently your right palm to your left ribs, left to your right, just gently. That way we'll sense our breath here, just taking full, slow breaths in and out through your nose. Softening your eyes and jaw. All four corners of your feet rooted down, just noticing the breath here. And then we'll return to the square breath, the 16 seconds breath. So on your inhale, count to 4 through your nose. Top of your inhale, hold to a count of 4. And then slowly release, exhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold that breath out. Notice, watch, witness. Do that 3 more times. Inhale to a count of 4. And then hold it. 2, 3, 4. Slowly release to a count of 4. And then hold. Pause. 3, 4. Breathing in to a count of 4. Going at your pace. Top of the in-breath, hold. Watch. Notice. And then exhale, release. 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath out. 2, 3, 4. One more round. Inhale to a count of 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release to a count of 4. And then hold, pause, 3, 4. And then natural breathing returns. Just slow, full breaths in and out through your nose, noticing your ribs spreading and opening on your inhale and softly releasing towards center on your exhale. Just noticing your breath, this movement, and conscious breathing if you notice any change from before. Palms together at your heart, gently bow your chin to your chest with a gesture of gratitude. Thank you for being here with me. In this 16-second 4-part breath, you can practice throughout the day, even like when I'm online at a store or at work. I'll just stop and count in for a count of 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4 seconds, and then slowly release for 4 seconds and hold. And just try to remember that, to do that throughout the day. And it just helps regulate the nervous system and reduce stress hormones, cortisol. A lot of these breathing practices can be done, anywhere really, online. Like I said, I'm pumping gas. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much.